What is up, guys? It's your boy Rick Kakis, and today you did it again, didn't you, gamer? You left all of your prep for the upcoming episode 2 Revenant until the final week. Well, don't worry, because so did I. So in this video, we're going to be going over a bunch of different tips to help you gain a massive advantage when the new episode drops and have you ready for day 1 of the new dungeon. And so, let's get started. Now, first off, some very important information when it comes to prepping and then the start of the new episode. First of all, there will be a level cap increase. Now, it's been a while since we've had one of these, from episode to episode or from season to season, but as you can see right here, the overall gear score is going up from currently a cap of 2,000 up to 2,010 within episode 2 Revenant. So that does mean if you're not currently 2,000, it could be worth spending some time this week trying to increase your gear score to 2,000 so that next season all of those pinnacle drops will be increasing you into the brand new level threshold. But is it really necessary? Because the big thing you're preparing for, like I said earlier, is a brand new dungeon. As you can see right here, Vesper's Host. And importantly, this is the first dungeon ever launching with a contest mode. Similar to raids, it's going to put you 20 levels below the enemies, and as you can see right here, the max effective power level you need to reach is only 1985. So as long as you're 1985, you're good for the contest mode dungeon. However, contest mode will be going away for this dungeon after the first 3 teams beat it, or at least you can then toggle it off after that point. And in normal mode, again, add 20, so you probably want to reach closer to that 2,000 mark. But just so you know, if your entire plan is to get ready for contest mode dungeon, you only need to reach 1985. Now, moving on from there, let's get into the next subject here, which is going to be bounty prep. Now, no one likes to do bounty prep, but it's undeniable it gives you a huge advantage in a new season. For those unaware, you can complete bounties and then just not turn them in until the new season to save all of those XP gains for when you actually need them. Mainly, it's going to increase your season's pass very fast, and also it's going to level up your new seasonal artifact. And this is the most important thing, because the seasonal artifact perks are incredibly powerful. We have stuff this season like Shield Crush gives you some huge survivability, galvanic armor, like all these things are going to give you massive bonuses in either damage output, damage resistance, build crafting, etc. So if you can get to those and unlock them before the new dungeon, so you have them for that dungeon run, man, that's going to be a huge advantage. So when it comes to bounty prep, really, you're just trying to save and complete as many high tier bounties. Bounties are broken up into 3 different categories. You have weekly bounties, which gives the most experience, then you have daily bounties, which is right in the middle, and then the repeatable bounties give the least experience. So you want to hoard as many completed weekly bounties as possible, fill the rest of your slots with daily bounties, and then if you're in a pinch, you can try the repeatable bounties, but they are kind of a last resort. Now, there's not too many weekly bounties left in the game. Here are the ones you want to grab. So, in the tower, all of Hawthorne's clan bounties count as weekly bounties. After that, Shawhan in the Cosmodrome has a couple of weeklies. After that, on the moon, you actually have 2 vendors that have weeklies. First of all, Eris Morn, and then you have the Lectern of Enchantment, also has a couple of weeklies. After that, Europa is going to have a couple of weeklies available from Varix. Then you've got Petra in the Dreaming City with weekly bounties. And then moving on from there, we get to the more unique places. Neomuna will have 1 weekly right here. Then after that, if you head to Zur's Treasure Hoard, Starhorse will have this gold tier weekly right there. And guys, remember, the goal of bounty prepping is to hoard as much XP as possible. If you're someone who's not going to spend all day doing bounties, don't spend multiple hours trying to do like the Neomuna or the Europa weekly bounties that can take a while, when instead you can complete like 10 daily bounties. That's more overall XP, right? You're really going after specific weeklies if your bounties are already getting full and stuff like that. If you're just an average player, just do as many different bounties as you can before time runs out. That will usually do you good enough. But Moving on from there, but continuing with the trend of things to hoard for next season, let's talk about resources. And I would say one of the most important things you want to be hoarding in your inventory, you do not want to be spending until the new season, is actually going to be exotic engrams. Remember, with the launch of the final shape and episode 1 echoes, there was a new system introduced for how to actually acquire the new exotic armor pieces. Instead of just farming solo lost sectors and hoping they drop, you had to fully rank up your Cryptarch in order to focus the new exotic armor pieces. And you gain Cryptarch rank by decrypting engrams, specifically exotic engrams, give the most rep. So people who went into the final shape with a full inventory of exotic engrams like myself, we were able to just rank up immediately and get our hands on the new exotic armor super quick. So if there is new exotic armor pieces being added in Revenant, that's what you want to do to get them right away, to get them in time to be able to use them in builds for the new dungeon. Now, another resource you want to stock up on is upgrade modules, because we do have that level cap increase coming next episode. You're going to be using a lot of them in the first few weeks, especially to upgrade existing gear. And other resources you want to stock up on, Glimmer, obviously it's like the main currency for basically everything now since legendary shards went away. Enhancement, modules, prisms, ascendant shards, like all of that stuff that you can get, in that last week within a reasonable time frame. It's good to kind of just stock up on resources in general. Now, you will see me pull some of those resources like upgrade modules out of my season's pass, and that gets into my next huge tip here that involves the season's pass. And this is something that a lot of people do wrong, because you do not want to empty out your season's pass. If you have certain things that you have not claimed in your episode echoes season's pass, stuff like legendary engrams, stuff like actual weapons or armor pieces is even better, or exotic engrams, actually leave those alone. Now, why is that? Well, as you can see right here, if you go to Bungie.net and sign in with your account, you can actually go to your seasonal progress page, and as you can see right here, you can access the previous season's pass. Now, why does this matter? Well, it means that you can save those resources for when you actually need them. So we already talked about you might want to stock up on exotic engrams, right? So you can withdraw the exotic engrams next episode and decode them when you actually need the experience for the Cryptarch, right? Aside from that, guys, the actual legendary engrams and armor, very importantly, it will drop at your current exact gear score. So why that matters is that you can use it to help you level up, and here's how it works. Let's say in the new episode, you've gotten some powerful and pinnacle drops, you have a 303 helmet, a 302 gauntlet, etc., but your chest piece is just lagging behind. You haven't gotten a chest piece pinnacle drop at all, it's still just 2,000. Well, because the rest of your gear averages out to an increasing gear score, your overall gear score will be, let's say, 2001, so then you can actually just go to your old season's pass on Bungie.net, withdraw that chest piece you saved, and it will be 2001. It will actually give you a little bit of a power level bump. And it's a very slight advantage, but it really can matter, and it can protect you from, getting screwed by RNG and just, oh my goodness, I cannot get a kinetic. But if you save that stasis grenade launcher in your season's pass, you can withdraw that, and that can help you in the leveling process, right? But moving on from there, the next big tip is to invest in the new meta. So every season or episode or whatever you want to call them, Bungie kind of tells us what the meta is going to be, and they do so through buffs and nerfs and the new seasonal artifact. Now, they haven't revealed the new seasonal artifact fully yet. That's going to come on Wednesday, so make sure you're subscribed, hit the bell icon. I'm going to be doing a video breaking that down as soon as it comes out. But we can often tell by what new seasonal artifact perks there are, what stuff is going to be meta. I mean, right now you have solar sniper rifles that were boosted to the moon, as well as, arc auto rifles. So when you have seasonal artifact perks like that, you know, okay, solar snipers are going to be meta. What am I going to do? I'm going to try to, finish crafting any solar sniper rifles I haven't crafted yet, or I'm going to take that solar sniper rifle out of my vault that I haven't been using, invest in it, upgrade it, get it ready to go for next season. And that's just an example. Now, we do know what they're doing in terms of buffs and nerfs for classes, and the main winner there, guys, is Titans. Bungie is buffing the crap out of Titans. They're doing things like, as you can see right here, making their barricade actually draw aggro from combatants. So like you throw down your barricade, is gonna be like throwing a monkey bomb in Call of Duty Zombies, get everyone's attention. That could be crazy powerful. Void Overshield is getting a massive damage resistance buff as well. That's gonna be a lot more viable. You have a ton of different buffs to supers right here also. So definitely, guys, if you kind of play all three classes, you may want to go into next season as a Titan, because we know for a fact they're going to be getting some significant buffs. Now, that's not to say that the other classes won't also be good, but again, Titans are the kind of the big winners out of those updates. And guys, that's it for the video. Hope you enjoyed and found this informative. If you did, please remember to help me out by simply rating and especially sharing this video. If you guys want to see more Destiny 2 content similar to this, don't be afraid to slap that subscribe button. If you want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at RickCacus. That is linked in the description down below. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.